What's up, everybody? Today we're going to go through a mobility core warm-up, and then we're going to go through some of my favorite main exercises. We're going to do chest fly, barbell bench press, we're going to do a seated row, seated pull down. Also going to show you some shoulder elevated hip lifts and single leg deadlifts, as well as some optional bilateral squats and deadlift options later down the road. So typically when I go to the gym, I'll foam roll, I'll stretch, do some core, do a little bit of power, and then I'll go into my workout. So today we'll skip the foam rolling, we'll do some stretching, and then do the main part. First thing I do is get in the kneeling position, stretching out the ankles and knees, quads, and then I'll bring my hands back. I'll rock side to side. You can rotate. From here, hands forward, tuck the toes. It's going to go hips over the knees and then over the toes, just rocking forward and back. Feeling a stretch in the toes themselves and also the ankle and the knees. From here, one leg back. Just going to stretch that calf. So I'm just stretching one leg at a time. I can also go like this. So, yeah, I do go through them pretty fast, so you might have to pause if you're not currently with me. From here, I'll go right into a foot stretch. Switch out of that. Maybe like 1 or 2 inches in this pigeon stretch. And then I'll go right into the adductor stretch. One leg goes out, then rock forward and back. Make sure that outside that foot is down if possible. I can also advance this by sitting on the back knee and going all the way down. Switch. Then we'll go do a half kneeling hip flexor stretch. Both arms overhead, rock side to side. And rotate. Switch. You can also go in the Spider-Man stretch, hands on the inside, back knee off the ground. Here, outside hand stays down, inside arm goes up. Extend this, get a side bend. So that's pretty much all the stretching I'll do before the warm-up. Now I'll get into activation and core exercises. So I can do those. Start back. From here, flatten the back on the ground. Bring those knees to the chest. Don't worry about flattening the back, just whatever the back does is fine. Just gonna rock side to side, forward and back, and then we're gonna rock forward and back, all the way up and down. Just gonna cycle the legs out, relax the head, and then reverse. Now we're going to go for that bicycle crunch. Opposite knee to elbow. sure that bottom foot touches and this elbow touches the ground. From here we'll do some leg lowers. I'll do single leg lowers. Hip lift. So done with the back stuff. Now I go to not much more. Already getting too far into it. So this is the first exercise, chest fly. We're gonna exhaust the pecs before bench press, so we won't have to press as much to get the same amount or more motor recruitment. And then we'll go into legs, and then we'll go back to upper body, and then we'll go back to legs. So upper, lower. Maybe a little core, who knows? I got it. I'll probably do some leg lifts here. Call them V-ups. This, you can go the side or the back. Let's get the close. We got 30s here. It's moderately light. This is just a warm-up set. Do 1 or 2 warm-up sets. I always start like I'm about to press, and then I'll fly down. Really just like this set to get the form. So, I don't know, 5 to 10 reps on that warm-up set is good. You're gonna be at like 50 to 60% of your 1 rep max. Got 40s here. Because we didn't really burn that much, so to speak. We only need about 90 seconds to rest. Solid 12 at 40 pounds or pound. Ugh. So in between sets, I don't like to do too much, because once I start like trying to stretch out or other things, I kind of lose the momentum. I either plan actual exercises in between sets and know that I'm going to be a little bit more fatigued, or I don't do anything in between sets. So it's like all or nothing basically. I'm either exercising in between a set and doing supersets or trisets, or if it's just one set at a time, then I'll do do nothing in between set. I'll walk around, shake it out. When I'm usually just do a figure 8 pattern. That way you can move around a small space and kind of loosen up. Sometimes shaking the limbs out is a good idea. And then just focusing on your set next. We'll do 2 sets of 50s. And after this one, I'm definitely going to do some abs, so some legs. That was 50 pounds, 12 reps, and probably my true 12 rep range, so around 70% 1 rep max. I don't have 60s or 65, so that's alright because I'm doing bench after. It's a pre-exhaust, it's not like kill the chest either, so if I was at the gym I probably would go to 55 or 60s next, but I only got 70s next. I could do 70s for 8 though, or 70s for 6 or 7. What should I do? Should I do 6 or 7? Or should I just do 50s at 12? 50s at 12 or 70s for 5 to 10 reps? What do you think? Or I could just do shorten time before I do this next exercise. And then it's kind of like 55s or 60s. We're ready to bench. Ooh. Always do the bar, get your bench set up first before you put any weight on the bar. You want to make sure that the bar is above your forehead so you're not hitting the rack when you're pressing. You want to hold the bar to the front of the rack, push forward and up over the chin and up. Slowly lower, touch the top of your chest, press to the sky. Looking for an even bar. You want a bar that looks like this, and you don't want a bar that looks like this. So you shouldn't be near the rack until you rack it. And then when you rack it, go to the back and top of the rack. Get up, walk around, re-rack, reload, relax. So going for a hard 10. So a 10 at as much weight as possible. So that's about 75% of your warm-up max. So 75 to 80% warm-up max here. When you hit an 85%, that's like 5. So we're not going that low in reps. We want that 8 to 12 range at as high as weight as possible, but this is our first warm-up set. At 135, never keep your feet on the bench unless with about 10 reps in reserve. We got 175 on. This is our last warm-up set before the working set. I like one very light, one moderately heavy warm-up set, and then heavy, heavy, heavy. So I need to get at least 15 here, or I'll stop short at 10 to save some room for the next set. So 135, we did 15. This is 175. We're gonna go for 12. That's 12 with about 2 reps in reserve. 2 reps in reserve, meaning I could have gotten 2 more if I wanted to. You don't always have to go to failure. So now we'll do 205. This will be the working set. I'm gonna have to wait at least 2 minutes before my next set. Ooh. All right. We did 175 for 12. And we got 205. We'll try to go 205 for 10. So you don't want to be in a rush when you're training. If someone's like rushing you between sets, you're not going to get as much bang for your buck. Yeah, so that's 8 with 1 or 2 reps in there. So actually that's fine. I'll keep it there. Getting at least 7. Gotta get at least 6 or 7. 6 or 7 is kind of that threshold. If you're getting 5 or lower, it's too heavy. I mean, it's fine to do heavy in strength, but I'm not, I was doing that last phase, so now I'm doing higher reps, higher loads. Remember, when you pre-fatigue the chest, you're naturally not going to be able to set any PRs with your bench after, because you've already pre-exhausted. You also have to factor in that you can't, I can hit 25 for 10 if I'm building to that, but if my goal is to pre-exhaust so that I can do lower weight, it's just going to be different. Seven's perfect. Remember, if you don't have a spotter, you don't really want to have any type of struggle either. You're going to kill yourself. So you really should be training to failure if you're alone. You literally can't, because training to failure means that you're risking it, which means you have to have a spotter. So you can't train to failure alone unless you feel like panicking underneath a barbell bench press. So that was perfect. That was 7 reps. Got 8 reps before, and then the set before I got 12. That's 3 plus 3 really good sets plus the flies. I got 2 really good sets, so I got 5 really good working sets total for chest. You want to get at least 5 total per week, and up to like 16 is going to be where you can kind of max out the benefits unless you're on some type of substance or really focusing on supplements. Now that is debatable, so don't mark my word. But I'd say 10 to 15 sweet spot. You don't, minimum is 5 sets. So if I get that 5 working sets like I showed you, I'd be good for the week to maintain, but I'm not going to be really growing. I mean, there might be studies that show that you can grow from that. I'll do this, and I might even do dips, or another chest set. So I might hit 8 sets per workout when I'm doing chest, and then I might do another workout and hit another 8 sets, and then that's where I get my 16 sets from. Or if I work out 3 times a week on a full body, it'd be 5-5-5, As long as it's spread out pretty evenly, every 48 hours, at least, specific to the body part. My chest feels super full right now. We never did the abs, did we? Now I need to do some legs. Do it's gonna be a bilateral squat and a hip lifter. Add in our pull down. So think of your workout like a triangle. Top one, triangle, its own workout. Never mind.